Hello kids, Papa and Spider-Man, we have been looking forward to this moment for a long time. This is finally the last half of the last issue, the last episode of this marvelous, adventurous saga of Doctor Doom and the Silver Surfer and the great cosmic battle between Doom and the Fantastic Four. All right, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Do you remember that at our last meeting, Doctor Doom had used his cosmic power to strengthen himself to be the physical equal of the thing. And so now they are engaged in physical battle with each other. The thing hollers, "It's clobbering time." So let's see what happens. "See," says Doom, "you mountainous misanthropic misfit, see how I make my arms ever more massive through the power of unrestrained cosmic energy. See how I apply steadily mounting pressure till it equals a full ton per square inch. Pressure enough to repay you in full for the untold humiliation which you caused me to endure. On your knees, you sentienceless savage. Beg, do you hear? Beg. Let me drink in the sounds of your final, helpless whimpering." Well, I tell you what, I don't know what the thing will do at the end, but I guarantee he will never whimper. But he is in pain. He thinks, "I never felt pain like this before. Never knew anything could hurt so much. But I can't let go. I can't knuckle down. All I got is my strength. If I let that fail me, there's nothing left. Nothing. Fight it, Ben. Fight it. Fight, you ugly, good-for-nothing, orange-skinned meathead. Fight. What's a little bit of pain to a big, beautiful slob like you?" Call it a miracle. Call it a spirit that cannot be crushed. Call it what you will. The fact remains, Ben Grimm, with an iron resolve that no words of ours can truly depict, overcomes a cosmic pressure strong enough to flatten a concrete fortress. Arrgh! And he casts off the mighty Doom. Ben Grimm, the mighty thing, has overcome for just a moment. Throck! "Okay, Big Mouth, let's hear you make with the speeches now." And he punches him in the face and knocks him backward. Ben Grimm is back. But at that moment, deep within his own indescribable sanctum, hidden beneath the blue area of the silent moon, the ubiquitous watcher stares deep into his ever-glowing temporal viewer, knowing that the fate of Earth may well depend upon the outcome of the battle he is observing. So the watcher speaks. The arch-villain Doom is possessed of powers not meant for mortal man, while his lumbering foe has naught but his own natural strength and iron resolve to aid him. With but a mere gesture, I could reach the planet Earth and there give aid to him who fights for justice. But too many times in the past I have dared to break the ageless custom, for it is my duty merely to watch. Who knows what hidden harm may befall the universe if I seek to change the workings of an inscrutable fate? I have no right to take so monumental a risk once more, and so the watcher watches while the thing battles against Doom. Still, in all the galaxy, There are none more dear to my heart than those who inhabit the tortured earth. No, enough of such pointless musings. Let me scan the furthest reaches of space. Let me find another matter, a distant matter, to drive temptation from me. What now is this? A new humanoid race begins to evolve in Sector 34. And so the watcher looks and sees on his scanner activity elsewhere in space that demands his attention. And so he flies off. He says, "Thus the decision has been taken from me. I must observe the birth of a new and budding species. When I return, the battle on Earth shall have ended, and only an entity far wiser than I can know what the outcome will be." So we just had a momentary interlude with the watcher, and now we return our attention to Mr. Fantastic and Sue. While the wondrous watcher suits action to his fateful decision and heads for parts unknown, here's the pessimistic Sue, again, wondering what's going on. She says, "We can't defend ourselves against doom forever, darling. If only there was some way to fight back." Reed says, "There is a way, Sue. Just pray that Army ordnance comes through in time." But what can Army ordnance do against the cosmic power of Dr. Doom? No weapon in the world can hurt him now. There's one thing that might stop him. It has to, Reed says. But then he speaks in fear. "Sue, what is it? What's wrong, dear?" And she answers, "The entire forest below us. Look at it. Do you know what it means?" It's as though a fiery cyclone has torn through it, a scene of total carnage, of deadly destruction. It could have been caused by one thing, the fight between Doom and Johnny. "Sis, Reed, over here." "His voice," says Sue. "It's Johnny. He's alive." "But there he is, beneath the rubble. Thank heavens, we found him." "He's all right," reassures Reed. "Looks as though he's just had the breath knocked out of him." Johnny admits, "I thought I could beat Doom alone with my speed and my flame, but he's too powerful. He can do anything. I failed you when you needed me the most. I let you down." But Reed reassures him, "You don't know what you're saying, boy. You've never failed us here. The battle isn't over yet, not by a long shot." And then Sue adds, "We're all together again. That's the most important thing." "But what's wrong, Johnny? Why do you look that way?" "Ben, where is he? What's happened to Ben? They're not all together yet, because it's still just 3 of the Fantastic Four." "Where is Ben? We know, but they don't." "That's just what we're about to find out, Johnny," says Reed. "Let's wait. That flash, it's Doom's cosmic power. He's used it against Ben." "Oh no, we can't. We mustn't be too late," exclaims Sue. And Johnny says, "If anything's happened to him, don't say it, lad," says Reed. "Don't even think it. Look, up ahead, it's Doom. But where's Ben? What's he done with him?" "Ah," boasts Doom, "the 3 who shall be next to feel my awesome power. How kind of you to place yourselves at my disposal this way. As for the orange-skinned buffoon, I have rendered him helpless yonder." And there's Ben floating helplessly in space. Doom says, "Notice how all his bestial strength is useless against the anti-gravity stasis field in which I have forever trapped him." And notice one thing. Doom realized that he was no match for Ben Grimm, the Thing, in just his own physical power. He had to resort again to his stolen cosmic power to put Ben in a place where he couldn't fight back. Ben says, "Ha, now you're in for it, Doom. My buddies will get me down from here, and I'll flatten you yet." But then uh, Mr. Fantastic reaches out his arm. Scrack! But he's struck by the force field. "Too bad, Richards," says Doom. "I took the precaution of charging the area with impenetrable cosmic current." And so Mr. Fantastic can't help the thing as Doom gloats. "But why should you worry about the grotesque thing when your own 3 lives are about to be slowly snuffed out?" And from his very hand he shoots out cosmic beams of power. This is far too glorious a moment for me to end it quickly, so I beg you to be patient. Reed says, "Don't lose your nerve. He's just toying with us, playing cat and mouse." "Well," says Johnny, "we can play games too." And Reed realizes he cut a bottomless pit all around us with just a gesture. "Stay with it," says Johnny. "I'm going to flame on again." "The torch!" cries Doom. "What's he doing?" He flames on and he burrows into the cliffside. Reed says, "Hang on, Doom. You'll soon find out." And then he whispers, "Look at him go, Sue. He's melting through the outer wall of the shaft." "You young fool. Do you actually expect to take Dr. Doom unawares?" I have to admit, the idea did kind of grab me. Shoosh! He tunneled through the cliff and came out behind Doom. But Doom says, "Why do you waste precious seconds? The perch is crumbling beneath Richards and your sister." "Don't worry about us, Johnny. Save yourself." And Mr. Fantastic uses his great elastic body to step across the chasm. "Easy, darling. Save every ounce of your energy. We're going to need it right now. Activate your invisible force field. Use it when I give the word." "Now, Sue, throw it around the torch. Full power." It's working. The spray of cosmic frost that Doom is unleashing can't touch him. "Bah," says Doom. "That won't stop me." "Now recycle your force beam. Shape it into tightly packed, rock-hard spheres. That's it. Keep bombarding him. Don't give him a chance to strike again. We've got to keep playing for time." And so at last, Sue Storm, the invisible girl, she begins to play a role in the defense against Doom. She saves her brother, and now she's shooting out her energy force field in attacking cannonballs. "This is greater sport than I had dared hope for," says Doom. "You're fighting back magnificently. Good, good. It will make my approaching victory all the sweeter." And look, he leaps upon his surfboard. What will he do next? "Reed," says Sue, "I couldn't keep my force field around Johnny and still strike at Doom. The cosmic frost put out his flame when I had to drop it." "It's okay, honey," says Reed. "Even the torch can't help us now. Doom is coming in for the final attack. But we still need a few more minutes. Just a few minutes. Until what? What will happen in the next few minutes that might turn the tide in this battle against the cosmic Doom?" "Take cover, darling," says Reed. "I'll stretch my body out like a sail." "And Sue, wait, what are you doing? I know what you're planning. I won't let you sacrifice yourself. If someone has to buy us those few fatal minutes, I'll be the one." "A most noble gesture, my dear, but alas, your puny invisible force particles cannot stop me now, for I am hurtling to destroy you on a current of cosmic energy." And so the invisible girl stands still with her one defense, her invisible force particles shooting out at Doom, but they don't stop him at all, and he speeds forward. Splang! But look, he strikes something. What has happened? It worked, explained Sue. I waited till the last split second, then dropped below his plummeting board. He never suspected my real objective. And look, she continues, he was so confident, so sure of victory, that he didn't realize I was standing in front of a rocky cliff, using my invisibility power to conceal it from him. And so she had made invisible an entire cliff wall. And so as Doom hurtled towards Sue, when she jumped, he ran full force into the wall. But his armor protected him. He's only stunned. He's beginning to revive already. You were great, sis, says Johnny, but now it's my turn. I'll nail him with a near-nova solar blast before he can stop me. No, Johnny, says Reed, don't get any closer. It won't work. We'll see about that. Nothing's going to stop me now. So Johnny is going forward in spite of what Reed says. But you've forgotten his flying board. It's coming right at you. Duck, Johnny, duck. Too late. He couldn't stop in time. And that surfboard packs a mighty wallop. It knocked the breath out of him. He'll never be able to flame on before the end comes. Our little game is ended now, boasts Doom. Your feeble efforts at self-preservation have ceased to amuse me, for I can dally with you no longer, since there is an entire world to be won. Among my many cosmic powers is the most destructive one of all. What is left for Doom to unleash upon our heroes? The power to completely disintegrate any living matter. The power which shall now obliterate the accursed Fantastic Four forever. But since no true believer is anxious to witness the end of FF, let us delay that horrendous happenstance for a moment by turning our attention to another tantalizing tableau which is transpiring on the other side of the mountains. All right, here are three villagers. One says, there, that's the place I saw the flying saucer come down. What flying saucer is that? Hans is right. There is something in the clearing, a strange ship with alien-looking people. I'm beginning to realize who was in that spaceship. Yes, it's the Inhumans. Once more, the attention turns to our friendly Inhumans. And the villager says one of them is tapping the giant oak with his hand as though probing for something. That's Karnak, with Crystal watching. He's swinging his arm, chopping at the tree. No, no, it's impossible. It can't be. He sliced right through it with his bare hand. Look at what Karnak has done. With just his hand, he has toppled a major oak tree. And now the girl, she too has a mystic power. She makes a simple gesture, and warming fire appears. Though she seems gentle, lovely, as human as any of us, she can actually affect the elements. That's Crystal's power, the power over fire, air, water. They must be from another planet, another galaxy. They've come to destroy us. There's only one thing to do. Well, they're never going to get a chance to do it. Look out above. There are more, and they see us. Yes, here's Medusa, Gorgon, Triton, and Black Bolt. They're going to defend their two kinsmen. Thwist! And with just a swipe of her hair, Medusa grabs the rifle. The girl's hair, it's alive. It plucked my rifle right out of my hands. And the other one, look. Boom! He caused a rock slide with just one kick of his foot. That's Gorgon and his mighty earthquake-inducing hoof. They're magicians, demons, or worse. They'll kill us all. Run, run before they catch us. Faster, faster. Don't stop for anything. And so these poor unsuspecting villagers, they flee the scene, leaving behind the Inhumans. And as the fearful mountaineers frantically race from the site, Medusa suggests perhaps it was unwise of us to stop in a place like this. The villagers are too fearful, too superstitious. And Gorgon claims, we have naught to fear from such as they. Since Black Bolt freed us from the negative zone, nothing on earth can stand against the power of we Inhumans. But, well, about the fascinating Inhumans, we will have to wait anon. Now, the time has come for us to savor the catastrophic conclusion of Dr. Doom's most deadly challenge. And so, for the last time, the scene switches, and we return our attention to Doom versus the Fantastic Four. And Doom brags, at last, my moment supreme, the moment when I finally, irrevocably annihilate those who have been my greatest enemies. And Reed commands, at my signal, throw your force field between us, Sue, while Johnny attempts a supernova flameout. If we must go, we've got to take Doom with us. Always remember, darling, I love you. But wait, look, behind Doom, we've still got a chance. You're too late, madman. Look behind you. It won't work, Richards, says Doom. Your time has come. And so Doom thinks it's a trick, and he doesn't know what's coming up behind him. Do you know what's coming up behind him? Look, it's the Army Ordnance. It's the full-size Batwing that Reed Richards designed. No sooner have the words left the iron-masked lips of the world's most diabolical villain than a strange, silent flying craft zooms overhead, electronically draining a large portion of cosmic energy from the startled figure below. And as the plane passes over, we hear Doom cry out, "It isn't possible. It's mad, insane, my knees buckling, growing weak, my strength beginning to ebb." And Reed realizes they didn't fail us. The Army delivered my anti-cosmic flying wing just as planned. And so the editor reminds us, we saw the miniature prototype last time when Reed tossed that bat-winged toy at Ben Grimm, and remember, it made him weak and then made him angry. Reed continues to explain, I sent them the small-scale model I had made just before we took off for Latveria. I knew it was the only thing that could stop Doom, but only Army Ordnance, in collaboration with Tony Stark, all right, our hero Iron Man, Tony Stark's vast munitions complex, only they had the resources to build it in time. And as it passes over, Doom says, it staggered me, but it couldn't down me. You failed, Richards. My cosmic power is still too great for you. Even as I stand here, my strength returns to its matchless peak. Now my victory is doubly sweet, for even the weapon you yourself designed, even your own genius, could not defeat me. Now, before the end comes, watch me. I shall prove my utter contempt for you and for your ineffectual ship by pursuing it, and then with one mere cosmic bolt, I'll reduce it to total nothingness. And so Doom leaps upon the silver surfboard one more time, and he flies out into the open space, following the aircraft. What will happen? in space. What will happen as Doom pursues the anti-cosmic airplane beyond our atmosphere into outer space? Reed, your flying wing wasn't powerful enough, says Sue. It didn't stop him. What can we possibly do now? Nothing, darling, answers Reed. Just watch and wait. Everything is still going according to plan. Are you kidding? Asks Johnny. Whose plan? So far, Doom's been calling all the signals. The wing wasn't meant to stop him, explains Reed. It was just a decoy. The vital part comes now, up there. Sue says, look, in the sky. What does she see? Boom! This explosion, this aura of light flashing in the sky. And Reed points and says, it's over. We've won. How? Why? How do you know? What is it that has happened? It seems as if Doom was caught up in this bright explosion in the outer atmosphere. Reed says there's proof that Doom's power has ended. The force with which he kept Ben suspended in the air has vanished. Yow! Says Ben. What in the name of Aunt Petunia is going on around here? Thump! As he falls to the ground. I'm so glad he wasn't hovering over an empty chasm or something like that, but he landed on the ground. Mankind is safe again, Ben, exclaims Reed, because Dr. Doom made one fatal mistake. Thing says, see if you can say it in 25 words or less. Huh? He didn't realize that the Silver Surfer, whose power he stole, had been condemned to remain on Earth forever by order of Galactus. Do you remember? That's how we met Silver Surfer. He was the herald of Galactus. And when he turned against Galactus, Galactus sentenced him to remain in Earth's atmosphere. And so when the surfboard began to go outside atmosphere, Galactus' trap was set. Son of a gun. Now, Thing says, I'm beginning to get it. You programmed the wing to head for outer space. Now, before we leave this panel, let's see if Reed was able to say it in 25 words or less. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you counting with me? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Reed did it. He explained it in less than 25 words. All right, let's go on. Sue says, you wanted Doom to follow it, knowing he'd be violating the command of the Surfer's former master, and Galactus was certain to have left behind some means of enforcing his edict. Johnny says, there's the proof that you guessed right. The board is returning empty. Doom is gone, and he won't be missed. It's heading for the castle, where the Surfer must be imprisoned. But what about Doom? What became of him? Perhaps it would be better if we never know. Have we seen the last of Dr. Doom? You know better than that. Doom always turns up. But the surfboard is heading back to the Surfer, and he'll be restored to his cosmic power. Next, a new danger dawns, and we can be assured of that. What is that new danger? I don't know. I've run out of Fantastic Four stories for now. So I'm just going to leave it right there. We have had a wonderful series of stories about Dr. Doom, the Silver Surfer, the Fantastic Four, and the Inhumans. We'll take a break for now, but it won't be long before I'm back with you with another great Marvel story. I sure enjoy these Papa videos. Thank you for listening to them and being a part of the fun. All right, I love y'all. Mwah. Bye bye for now.